Well, welcome back, my friends, all to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors. Now, I'm outside of the car and I'm walking around, but listen, I wanted to talk to y'all, man. A little riding with Scab. Looking good there, Scabber, looking lean. I'm hoping the camera's on and everything's rolling. This is a Riding with Scab. Now, for the first time in this channel's life, this is probably the 7th time in 3 or 4 days, well, maybe a week, that I've tried to do a Riding with Scab, and it just doesn't, or just hasn't clicked. It hasn't worked, and I've gotten to points in each one where I just had to stop filming. And sometimes you just give it a day or two. So I've given it a day or two. We're going to try another. Listen. I don't do clickbaity titles, or I try not to. They just don't land for me, right? They don't work for the channel. So I am deleting part of my channel. That is going to happen. It needs to happen. And I want to talk to you about why it needs to happen. And it's not one of these damn woe is me things. Nobody's watching. None of that shit. I love doing this, and the truth is, if nobody watched, I'd still do it to annoy the people who get mad at doing it. That being said, this will be probably a little Scab petty. I hope not much, but a little. But here's the thing. Today is Work Tough Gear Wednesday, and I have certain knives that ride in the car. Certain... But whether it's a knife or like the war hammers that are in the floorboard holding the camera still, I carry certain things, car EDC, right? Car carry. The Dringer, and I'm going to show you, I'll just show it to you in your case because some of y'all just lose your shit. Oh my God, he's driving with a knife. Yeah, well, you're watching it while I'm driving with a knife. This is the Dringer. It's a Sachs style blade. It's a favorite. And it's a car carry. Now, what makes it a car carry? It could be a million things, right? It could be that's my mental state for that day. I want to carry it. It could be I want to play with that knife. The Dringer for me is a knife that I enjoy carrying, playing, all that. I feel like I got a booger right there. It's gonna be one of them. But the Dringer's a knife that I like carrying if I want to cut a sandwich, if I want to cut something with, I do. Anyway, it's Work Tough Gear Wednesday. That had nothing to do with anything, but I wanted to show y'all a couple. Here's another one. This knife was designed by Wingman 115. It's the Mount Laguna. I actually did a little tip testing video on it today, or with it today. I struck a fire with it, lit a fire today on the live. We went live. Here's the deal. Let's just jump into it. Happy Work Tough Gear Wednesday. Now, I was going to do a review on the Aries. I have a new Aries with a choil. And the damn thing is probably the sharpest pry bar you've ever seen in your life. And that is not a knock. The designer, Hunter Crutchin, DB Hemlock, designed a knife simply for batoning and chopping. That's it. So it's in my wheelhouse. But I realized it's dropping June 28th. So next Wednesday, we'll do a full review on it. We'll beat the shit out of some stuff. I'll be impressed with it. Y'all know the drill. It'll do incredibly well. The Aries, if you'll remember, is one of the first knives from Work Tough Gear Joe X tested. And the first round, he couldn't break it. I don't know if he did on the second one, but the first round, he couldn't. It's a tough slab of steel. Anyway, here's where I'm at. This Monday will be 4 years on YouTube. It's really hard to believe. It's hard to believe that I've stuck with anything this long. It's hard to believe that time's gone by that fast, and it's hard to believe we've grown like we've grown, right? It's crazy, really. I'm at, I think 98,400 or 500 as of this airing, or as of it, I don't know. We're close to 100K. Dude, that's insane. Now look. I am forever appreciative of everybody that's ridden with me to get here, man. And without you guys, we couldn't do it. I probably won't do, some big Emmy style acceptance speech video when I hit 100K. But I do want y'all to know, man, I love you and I appreciate you. And thank you for watching. Thank you for everything y'all do. Now, if this is your first Choir Boys Outdoors video, I have damn near 7,000 videos. Most of them are cutting, chopping, stabbing, slicing, and you're welcome to check those out. The Riding with Scabs are just updates that I like to do on the channel, and I use them in between knife reviews and things like that. The deal is, they help me, believe it or not, I'll go back and I'll watch my Riding with Scabs. One, to see if I got anywhere near what I wanted to convey. The answer is typically no. But two, to see if some of my ideas make sense. Again, the answer is typically no, but it helps me out. But here's the deal. I've got damn near 7,000 videos, and here's the thing, guys. From now till Monday, what are we, 5 days away, I am going to flood YouTube with shorts now before anybody. Do you have to eat shorts? I wish you wouldn't do shorts. I wish you wouldn't worry about it because it's in a totally different column. If you're looking at shorts, it's because you want to. And I'm sorry, that shit just wears me out. Well, I don't like shorts, don't watch them. There's a lot of shit I don't like. You know what I do? I don't watch them. A lot of channels, a lot of people don't like. You know what I just don't watch them. Having said that has nothing to do with anything. Here's why. I'm going to cut up a bunch of old videos into shorts and put them out there. Couple reasons. One is, I realized over these past the past month, man, I've got a lot of knives out there from a lot of great companies. Adventure Sworn, Alpha, ALFA, Fiddleback Forge, LT Wright, Battle Horse. I think I've got some old Blind Horse video. I've got so many videos, man. Bark River, just some great Nemesis. I've got some great knives that get buried because I've got a bunch of videos. So what I want to do, and y'all know, good God, I have never, ever been one of these guys that come on here and got all huffy and puffy and whiny and pissy about people watching. I'm just used to the fact that the faithful are going to be faithful, and we take what we can get. I've never been real worried about views. I really haven't. I know a lot of my views come from shorts. I have 56 million views. That's not a made-up number. You can go to my channel homepage on YouTube. You can click Choir Boys Outdoors. You can drop straight down where it says more. You can click that, and if you'll go to the bottom of that page, it'll have views. It's like 56 or 57 million. I know a lot of those are on shorts, right? And I'll hear people, well, they're just shorts. They don't make any money. Really? Because I know what I make. I ain't tearing up the woods, but it ain't that bad. But I do shorts because I like doing them. They help me convey a message, and sometimes they just let me have fun and let me say this and let me be as clear as I can be, because I've come to several epiphanies over the past couple weeks. One, and this is as honest, and I'm gonna move through it. I'm not gonna get tied up on it. One, as honest as I can be. I did a video or a short on Friday, called it Compensating, and it was over a guy, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's 6'7", and look up the video, Choir Boys Outdoors Compensating. So I did it tongue in cheek. I'm not mad at the guy for making the comment. Here's the deal. Sometimes I make shorts, just so y'all know, to get trolling comments, to get engagement. I'm guilty, right? But I made the short. It did pretty well, so I'm reading comments, and I come across a comment from some ass clown named Trent. And I can't for the life of me think of Trent's last name. I've always just called him Trent from Texas, and we have a history, and I'm going to get into it right here. Well, I had forgot about the history, and what I'll do is I'll click on the profile pic, right? what it'll do, it'll tell you how many comments. And really, one comment, I can't. This is how much I care about trolls, just so y'all know. Even people that are idiots, I don't put a lot of thought into. But one was about I would get knocked out in Texas. And then the other was quit crying and I wish you'd go jump on somebody. And I thought, now I remember Trent. So if you click on the little thumbnail, it'll tell you how many comments they've made. Now, let me give you some backdrop on this and the reason I'm even mentioning it. About a year and a half ago, may have been a year, may have been like at my 3-year video mark, I did like a heartfelt video. Well, Trent's stupid ass, out of that heartfelt video, got offended, and here's the whole thing. Here's just the I intimidate Trent. And the reason I'm saying that, you're saying, Scab, you're doing that to poke. No, I'm not. Let me step out of the channel. Let me step out of Nice Guy Scab and let's just step into real Scab, okay? Here's the deal. I bounced for 20 years. I've had a little more violent of a life than most, in as much as a civilian's going to have. I'm not comparing my violence to a veteran's, that I wouldn't do that. I'm not saying that, okay? But for somebody that's never been in the military, for somebody that's never been in law enforcement, for somebody that's basically been a criminal, I've had a pretty violent life. And so you come across people who like to bark and bow out their chest, and typically they're smaller stature, little man syndrome type guys, when you intimidate them. So a year ago, Trent took something I said and just got all worked up. I'd forgot about it until this past Friday. I clicked, and this fool's left about 15 comments, and the reason these aren't trolling comments. This idiot expects me to go to Texas and fight him. That it's hard not to talk about without laughing, because, dude, this is YouTube. And it's like, and I'm telling y'all the truth. Friday, I had that epiphany, and it's like, you know what? You know, engaging with morons is fun and it's funny, but at a point it needs to end. And that right there, and I want to thank you, Trent. And if I could think of your last name, I'd say it, but I can't. We'll just call you Trent, White Trash Wonderful from Texas. I want to thank you, man, because that was kind of like the comment, because when somebody literally spends comments threatening you and wants to physically fight you, but it reminds you of the guys at the bar who talk shit and then run behind their buddies talking about holding back, that's Trent. Anytime you have a problem with somebody and you want them to come to you, you don't want a problem. So thank you, Trent. But I came to an epiphany. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with worrying about fools. I'm done with engaging with fools in the comments. I'm done. You know, you try to have a little fun. You can't do that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what the hell I want to do on this channel. I don't mean that disrespectfully. For those of you who follow the channel and love the channel, we're going to have fun and we're going to move on. But I'm suffering no fools from now on. I've been torn in the comments because I want to engage with everybody. I want to have fun. See, my thing is, guys, I've been this way my whole life. I'd rather have fun than argue. I'd rather have fun and laugh and cut up than try to be tough. I've been in fights. I've been shot. I've been stabbed. These are facts. I have scars to show. I'm not worried about some dumbass on YouTube. It wouldn't be a fight. It wouldn't be close. I'd hurt the guy. I mean, if you want the truth. That's just being honest. How do I know that? Years of experience dealing with this. Anybody that does this, just that you say, Scab, you're doing it. No, I'm really not. I'm just being honest with you right now. This isn't Nice Guy Scab that wants to help people. This is just me. Here's exactly what would happen. Y'all want to know what would happen? Everybody's always barking and how tough they are on this sumbitch. This is why I don't even like doing it. But let me step into me one time. Here's what would happen. I would hurt the guy. And then when we're all at the back of the ambulance because he's hurt bad, I'd have to hear about how I beat up a small guy or a retarded guy or somebody that was slow, or somebody that was just talking shit. How do I know that? It's happened 1,000 times. Trent, buddy, I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you for the epiphany, because I'm done with the bullshit, but you'd get hurt, dude. So let's do this. Let's do this, just man to man. Let's just agree to disagree. I will never respond to you again in the comments. Now, I had written a whole song about you. I was going to grab a guitar from Walmart and do a whole video, but you know what? I'm killing it here. I'll be the bigger man. Old Scab will be, and you can't be, right? Because you're like 5'6" and 130 pounds. So, that being said, now, listen to me. I'm not knocking anyone at that stature except for Trent. Let's get that close. I am built like the world's tallest dwarf, okay? Let me be. Now, that's all done. That's all said. Let me step back into Scab, who likes helping people on the channel. So I had that epiphany, right? And I've had several. The other epiphany I had was this. We need to either shit or get off the pot. We either need to really do this thing or shut it down. I'm not a guy that's going to do a couple videos a week and be happy with that. I'm just not. I'm an all or nothing guy. There are people, and Megatron's like this. Megatron can have, she can multitask. She can have her career. She's got her butterflies, man. She can do 5, 6, 7 different things. Invest time in each one equally. Be well balanced. Megan is very well balanced. I am not. I am unhinged. Whatever I do like this, it's all or it's nothing, right? So I just had this epiphany. I either need to really do this and really make a run, and I'm not talking about full time. I think those days are probably over. But really do the channel. I mean, guys, y'all realize, thanks to you guys, and thanks to a lot of your love and support, and seriously just riding with us through everything and the growing pains, you got it. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, you got to figure, man, unless something just crazy happens, unless YouTube just shuts me down, unless some freakish thing happens, and it could with YouTube. I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch, but odds are in a couple of weeks we're going to cross 100K. That's insane, because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know anything about what I'm doing. Nothing. I recorded on my camera. I use an app called UCut, and all I do, the only editing I do is I turn the volume up and I clip the ends, or on something like this, I'll turn it up to like 1.1 on the speed so it's not quite as long. That's all I know to do. And we're at 100,000. Because you guys have said, hey man, we'll ride with you. We're here for you. And that's just being honest. So I owe it to you. I owe it to you guys to either shit or get off the pot. I'm going to quit you. I don't like that analogy. I'm either going to do it or I'm not. So what do? I need to go back and I need to be honest with myself. There are certain videos that they're just not good. And now, the vast majority of my channel could be construed that way, but what I'm saying is there's videos, man, from when I first started, dude, I look like I'm still high. I weigh 360 pounds, got a beard, and for some godforsaken reason, I am in a wife beater and suspenders, and there I am, right? Sweating profusely, wild-eyed, and a lot of that, guys, just being 100%, that wasn't me lying and not being clean. That was that shit coming out. That was a lot of just separating. That was a lot of anxiety, and it wound up overshadowing. And so I'm watching some of those videos. Some I'm going to keep, because some I want to remember where I came from. Some I want to remember those nights where I stared at the ceiling in a sweat, pale, heart racing, dope sick as hell. I want to remember, right? But I want to weed some of them out for several reasons. One, nobody's ever going to watch them. Now listen, I'm not saying that in a whiny tone. I'm just telling you, they've never done anything. They're not going to do anything. Let's get rid of them. Let me get to the crux. What I was thinking is get rid of all the videos that just aren't worth having on the channel, right? Get rid of some of the videos that are super redundant. I'll keep most of the riding with Scabs because people enjoy them, and again, they kind of document my journey. But what I want to do is get some playlists together. I want them organized. I want the channel to be neat and organized so that when you come to it, you can not only easily find what you're looking for, but it may showcase some of these other knives. I've got some Fiddleback Forge videos and some Alpha, and it's spelled A-L-F-A, just some awesome knives. I've got a lot of small makers on here. They were really good videos. They get drowned by some of the redundant, like just riding around in a truck showing you a knife. I want to get rid of those. I want to get more organized, and that's something that I can do. Even I don't know what I'm doing, it's something that I can do, right? What I want to do is take a lot of my old videos like I've been doing, cut them up into shorts, and I'm going to ask a lot of you, especially you guys in the choir. And if you hear me talk about the choir, I'm talking about folks that are either in Patreon or YouTube members. I don't talk about that lot. I don't shove it down your throat. I try to do 2 or 3 extra videos a month for those folks. And somebody got all pissy. Oh, you do the good stuff. No, believe me, trust me, and they'll tell you. It's just folks that want to support the channel in that way, and they can. Not everybody can. I understand that. That's why I don't bring the shit up. That's why I'm thankful when you do hit like and all that stuff, even though I don't ask you to. I'm thankful. Hell, I'm just thankful that you bear in mind and you stick around and watch the damn videos, right? But if you're in the choir or you're somebody who comments a lot, see, there's a lot of guys, may not be in the choir, but man, they're every video, they're commenting and they're watching. On some of these shorts, you know, that are older, please do me a favor. Watch the short, and then if you go at the bottom of the screen, it should say cut from Choir Boys. Click that, it'll pop the video up. Go on that video. You don't have to watch long. You'll know in a minute or two. And just be honest. Scab, trash it. Scab. Or it might be one you go, no, this one resonates. Keep it. But if you guys would do that and help me out, because I'm going to go ahead and start. There's some that are just gone. And some of them I'm not deleting because I want to get rid of them. Or, well, I want to get rid of them. But some of them I want to get rid of because the reviews aren't any good. Case in point, this is Spada XL. I love this knife. The review on it that I did is terrible. It's terrible. I want to get rid of it. So I'm going to. I want to do a proper review using the format we use now with this knife and with the one with S35VN and polished G10. I've got a lot of knives coming up, a ton. We need to make room. So help me with that. Let's go through. I am deleting part of the channel. I think it's a good thing though. I think it'll make us more slim, trim, more efficient, and it'll let me see, like, if there's certain videos that I'm getting rid of, I will write down that knife. If I'm getting rid of the video because it was just not a good review of that knife, then I'll do a full review on it. If it's a video that I want to get rid of because I've done 2 or 3 videos on that knife, and in the beginning that was the case, and this might just be driving around with one talking about it, I want to get rid of it. That's kind of where I'm at. That's what I want to do. I'm going to wrap it up. I know we were all over the place, and I know, but it's raining and I need to be careful. The other thing I would like for you guys to do for me is this. Tomorrow, what was the day? The 19th? Tomorrow's June 20th. 2 p.m., Lord willing, I'm going live. I did a live today at 2 p.m. I always do it in the vertical and the shorts format because they're only going to be 7 or 8 minutes long. My lives during the day are short. Please join us tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think it'll be fun. We're doing a little bushcrafty stuff. You want to check that out. I've got a couple of great ideas I want to run by you. In the meantime, I love you. God knows I do. God bless you. I hope he does. Even you, Trent. I'm Scab. You're not. And I'm gone, son. Love y'all. Have a good Wednesday.